Did you know these security lockers have some of the best loot in the game, including high tier weapons, a ton of blueprints, and other good materials? Well, if you didn't know to aim to go for these, then you're really missing out. You also get a bunch of loot inside of each one compared to the couple of items you usually get in other loot boxes, and to be honest, the best loot we've found in the game has come from these. What's the catch though? Well, it does require 36 points in the survival skill tree to unlock this perk that allows you to breach them. We have a video on how to farm skill points very quickly already, and it only took us around a day of doing it with our method, so check that out if you need to unlock it. But these security breach containers are extra good, not just for the amazing loot inside of them, but also because many people are ignoring them. So if an area is already looted, even key rooms, there's often a free security locker to grab, as most people just ignore them or don't have the skill to unlock it. This means if you have this unlocked, you can focus on farming for these particular things around the map, which are way less busy than the other areas and high loot zones where there's often PvP, it's already looted and it's hard to get there, so this is a real advantage if you go for them. These even make the free loadouts extra useful because you can run to these and grab a couple purple guns to upgrade that free loadout, and suddenly you're very competitive against other players that brought guns in, except you have nothing to lose. So yeah, these security lockers are really good and they're definitely something you should be aiming for. We thought we would help you guys out by scouring the map and taking a note of each of the locations of them that we've found so far. There's a bunch of them around the place on each of the maps, and we've been farming our two favorite maps so far, the Damn Battlegrounds and the Blue Gate. Here are a ton of locations that we've found and verified to hopefully help your farming for these security lockers, as the loot is just too good to keep to ourselves. So let's get into the locations, starting with the Damn Battlegrounds. So we're starting off up in the north area in the power generation complex, and this first one's actually underground in this area. The easiest way to get there that I've found is by going to these sort of steps that lead down under the big dam itself. Then you can open a few doors to get into the underground complex of this yellow loot area. When you're down here, you want to take this right turn. There's a big corridor with a large loot room here on the right. Beware though, sometimes there is a turret inside. So if you have a heavy weapon, it should be 2 shots to take it out. Otherwise, fight at your own risk, basically. Those turrets can be really annoying sometimes if you didn't bring a heavy gun. But the actual security locker itself is right here next to the whiteboard against the wall, as you can see. There's a ton of other good loot in this area, but only one security locker that's pretty much always been left there whenever I've encountered it. So pretty much free loot at that point. You can see it here on the map. Next up, we'll be going over to the hydroponic area in the swamp you can see here. Now, do beware of PvP, this is a bit of a hot zone, but luckily this building on the right side that we circled is a little less intense than the other hydroponic dome over on the left of the swamp. So in this one, there's often a weapon box at the back of the room where we're looking, but there's also this security breach box that I've already looted here, but you can see it's right here in the corner here on the map, so grab that one. Then we're going to be heading over to the big dam, to the bridge loot room. This isn't quite in the control tower. You want to be on top of the dam and then run down one of the side pathways that you can see I just went down, lower this bridge that leads to the little loot room that's over on the side. A lot of people have been farming this one, so if you're loading into a match late, this is probably already looted, but the security boxes inside are probably not going to be looted. Every time we've come here, it's either been not looted or looted without the security boxes being looted. So if you're here just for those boxes, people often leave them behind and are just here for the lockers and the weapon chest that spawns. So breach that door, head on inside. Sometimes there's a weapon box there and you can see 2 security lockers to breach. In this one, I got a Venator, a bunch of parts, a couple grenades. Not too bad on that first one, but this second one was a little bit nicer, giving us a purple gun, as you can see, and some complex gun parts along with all those other blues right here on the map. Then we're heading into the control tower. Now for this one, it is in the key room at the top. But as I've said before, a lot of people like to farm these key rooms, and so they often leave it behind because they don't have the skill. You can see it's here in the corner, so just look around as I did there till you find it. I managed to get a nice purple Bobcat SMG right here on the map, so always check the key rooms that have them, even if people have already opened them. Then we're heading over to the testing annex, as you can see here. This is going to be in the room with the big window and the big pipe. So head to the room with the big windows, just like we are. You can see the security lockers there. Just look around the windows to the left and right. This big pipe structure is going to be your giveaway that it's just here tucked against the wall. Another one that's always been free whenever I've found it, and you can even get up to 2 complex gun parts and a blue gun. You can see it's here on the map. Then we're going over to the Blue Gate map next, and we're going to Pilgrim's Peak. I'm yet to have this one already be looted, as it's right at the top of the tower with a little jump. So head inside the building, go to the back and up this zip line, just as we have here, and we're going to go all the way up to the top of the tower. Now, at the back side of this tower, when we run around, is a little hole, and we want to drop down that hole, hit a dodge roll at the bottom so you don't take damage, and just here over on the left, as you can see, there is a security breach locker here, tucked away, that's often just been left. Pretty good for those gun parts and extra guns as well. You can see it's here on the map. Now we're going to be heading over to the reinforced reception, to a breach room around all the puzzles in the underground. So from the outside, this is the quickest entry point. You want to open it up, beware of turrets and bots inside. As you can see, there's one of these pop bots, so I will take that out. I'm going to close the door behind me. I recommend closing the door behind you, as a lot of players do come here, so I'm left it open there for a friend, but he's going to close it when he comes back so that people don't know that you're down there. So head on down, as you can see, and there might be a turret down here. You want to take that turret out if it is there. And again, there's a bunch of puzzles in this area. This is a bit of a highly contested zone, so it may already be looted. And if it isn't looted, you want to be quick, because people do come here quite a lot. So take out any bots or turrets and head on this door here with the yellow marking on the wall. Open this up, and just down the bottom, you'll see there'll be a door to breach. Inside of this breach room is where we want to get to. There's going to be a ton of loot inside. Potential weapon crate, grenade crate, tons of lockers, and 2 locked security lockers for this one spot. So it's really, really good if you do come here, especially with the security skill. You can see there's the weapon crate, and here on the side are the actual security breach containers. You can see I got some complex gun parts, a green pistol, and from the other one, we got some more complex gun parts and some extra blue parts. Next, we're going to be heading to the middle of the map, inside the checkpoint in the underground at the very back. Right at the very back of the underground here, if you just head in through the gate over there, you can see some of these structures nearby that you can use as visual points of interest to sort of get your bearings. It's just tucked against the wall here. This one's pretty low key, and not many people come to the back anyway. I managed to get myself a Volcano, the best shotgun in the game there, so really nice. And finally, we're going to go over to the Raiders Refuge here on the map. This will require doing the button puzzle, but often people have already done it. So if you see it open like that and it's green, just head on inside. And often, as you can see here, the security locker is free to grab because people just leave them behind. Some other good loot there from that as well. So there you have it, all of our security breach locker locations that we've been farming on our favorite 2 maps, the Dam and Blue Gate. If you guys want more of these, more locations than all the other maps, do tell us down below and we can do that for you guys. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, a quick like below really does help support us, and subscribe for more Ark Raiders coming your way very, very soon. Here at Arix Gaming, we're 2 friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.